It's 4:20 in the Rocky Mountains. I'm this old stoner, and I'm ready to have a fart attack. And if you don't know what a fart attack is, it's just me trying to have some fun with art, music, and creativity live on the YouTubes. Oh, yeah, yeah. Come on into my little fart club. Get yourself a beverage of your choice. I'm drinking some of Mookie's Magic Coffee. Hey, biggest fan. And I'm feeling really chill today. I don't have any sort of a song to play for you guys, but Surrey Ann went live today for the first time in forever. And man, I tell you what, she is like one of my favorite original artists from Gibraltar. And if you link to the playlist today, her live stream is the very first entry on there. Hey, Hadley, welcome to the stream. Uh, and but I'm going to be playing the music today. I'm going to be playing directly from her channel, which is her playlist. Oh, I'll even drop the link to the playlist. I think I've got the link all set up. This is the link to the playlist that I'm doing of hers that is called Songs for You. And these are songs that she made for people. One of mine is she made a song for me in here called Life Goes On. And she hadn't done this in like over a year. So that's what I'm going to be playing today on the stream. And the character that I'm doing today, let me know if I got the sound right. I tried to do some adjustments, but this is like a different playlist, and sometimes it's not quite right. Hey, Jim, welcome to the stream. Let me. I can hardly hear it. Can you guys hear it? I want to be able to hear this too. I'm going to turn it up. You guys let me know if it's too loud because I want to hear it, but I don't want it to be overwhelming me. And today I'm drawing Cheech Wizard. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with who Cheech Wizard is, but this is a character that I loved when I was a kid. He was like a staple of underground cartoons. And his artwork is basically the inspiration for all the artwork in the movie Wizards by Ralph Bakshi. And if you know who Ralph Bakshi is, he's the one that did the animated Lord of the Rings way back in the 70s. And the cartoon that this character did is pretty easy cartoon, so I may actually be able to finish it pretty quick and pull out my guitar is kind of my plan. I mean, I actually drew 2 pictures of him today, but he can be pretty rude. He's the character that I put on the community tab that's kicking the guy in the nuts, and that was like his go-to move in any of his cartoon strips. But he actually ran in National Lampoon from 1967 to 1975 when he died. I think he committed suicide. But the character was always looking for a party, basically. And a party, women, cold beer, and trying to find out the meaning of God. And I didn't even realize it until I was looking on the wiki that the Backstreet Boys have 2 songs that reference him. And the TV show Burn Notice, there is actually a Cheech Wizard graffiti in the background. There's statues of him. He reoccurs all over in like underground or what do you call it, alternate culture. But the name to this, let me look through here, popular culture, music. The Beastie Boys have 2 songs that reference him. The Sounds of Science and a song called Sure Shot. Now, I'm not really familiar with them. And there's another Aesop's Rock that references him in a song in the album Fast Cars. But that's it as far as my little referencing that stuff. Let me get back to the chat. Hey, Sunny Girl. Ox. And I'll show you the one that I'm going to do. I'm doing a tame version of him because I mean, he's always got women where their nips are showing and all that sort of stuff. And I can't do that, not after what happened to me when I was just doing Vampirella. And that one was really, really tame. Hey, Bo, welcome to the stream. So, let me show you. Is the sound right on this? Oh, right on. Yeah, I know my time is kind of an oddball time, but man, just being able to say I'm this old stonered and it's 4:20, I just gotta go with that. I mean, that is just too good not to go with that. So let me get my reference out here so you guys can see what I'm drawing from. I actually drew both of these pictures. Um, so this is the one that I'm going to do on the show, but I actually drew this one too. But I just don't want to take the chance that I'll get the stream shut down like they did with Vampirella. So I'm just doing this tame version of Cheap. I mean, I've actually got them both sketched out, and I actually did both of them, you know, practiced them both. But this character is actually super easy to draw, and I always loved this character myself. So, like I say, I'm thinking I can get through them pretty quick. So I'm just gonna go for it, and if I can get through it quick enough, well then I'll pull out my guitar. I haven't really practiced, but the song I have in mind is basically the first song I ever wrote, called The Good Old Days. And I've played it many times. Actually, me with my buddy Craig, I've used it as the backgrounds in a lot of my videos. I've always loved it. And it turns out my son actually wrote an alternate version of it. He's a really good musician too. He actually got a music scholarship and went for 1 year, met a lot of professional musicians, and realized that, well, he wasn't going to be able to make money doing that. And he had already been programming since he was in elementary school. I mean, he knew. Hey, Lion, welcome to the stream. He was familiar enough with computer languages. You know, just like if you learn a foreign language when you're young, it makes it super easy for you to learn a foreign language. And that's kind of the situation that he got into. Is that, but with computer languages, I couldn't tell you how many computer languages he knows, but that's what he does for a living and makes pretty good money. And been doing pretty good even through this stuff. I talked to him the other day, and well, he's feeling a little bit. He's not as confident as he was about the job that he has right now. So he's kind of looking. He doesn't wait until it's too late before he figures out another plan. So that's what you got to do. You know, get yourself a plan. If you ever have any doubt in what you're doing, even people right now that are having difficulty. Even essential jobs are kind of shaky right now. I'm very fortunate that I'm retired, but that doesn't mean I'm home free either. Because most of my retirement, luckily I have a pension, so it's not like my retirement is based on me investing in a 401k. And that is another reason why he had been investing heavily for his retirement, and he lost a shit ton of money. He mentioned it to me. He had been trying not to look at it, but he looked at it, and it was just like, oh crap. So
that was a cold.
You never know. Nothing is guaranteed.
Confession, Steve.
And like I say, this is Surianne, and it was awesome. She's live streaming on a different platform that I'm not familiar with. I tried setting it up so that I could watch her, but you know, I'm very comfortable with YouTube, and I don't really need to go jumping into a different platform. Um, and I was so happy when she live streamed today, and it sounds like she may come back to the platform. I mean, she has less than 500 subscribers, but man, she is just, oh man, her voice and her singing just fills me with joy. I tell you what, today's live stream was just, oh, it just filled me with so much joy. I positivity, and all these songs that in this playlist, like I said, the name of the playlist is Songs for You. And for a while there, all you had to do, I just gave her a title. I just gave her the title, Life Goes On. And she just came up with an awesome song that just blows me away. And I have to admit that I wrote a song years ago called Life Goes On, but I couldn't remember it. And I was just kind of curious to see what she would come up with. And she blew away anything I could ever have done, or ever will do. I mean, I just, like I made a comment in one of Joe Wentz's videos in the last couple of days that I kind of consider myself the one-note wonder. I can just kind of bang on my acoustic and have fun doing it. Like I say, it's not so much being good at it, it's more about the journey getting there and enjoying what you're doing. So I really do believe, what did you do first? Oh, your skateboard? Oh yeah, I get a kick out of watching your skateboard stuff, Mark. I really do. It looks like that gives you a lot of joy and satisfaction. You don't need anybody to come along and tell you nothing about it, because it's all right there in the moment. And I'm glad that you film it and share it with us, because I get a kick out of it, because I couldn't do any of that sort of stuff, and it's nice being able to get some of that joy vicariously, you know? Is that what they call it when you basically experience something someone else is doing just by watching them do it? I think that's what vicarious means. I did find a video on YouTube of Von Bode reading, basically kind of acting out one of his little comic strips. I mean, the video was crappy, but it was pretty cool watching it. It was basically just kind of like a little black and white drawing. But man, I was a huge fan of this character and this Von Bode stuff. He did quite a few underground comics, but I think my first exposure to him was in National Lampoon.
There you go. I'm trying to sing and play some blues.
And if you look up this character, you may have seen this character around before, not really known who he was and what was going on with him. I was kind of reading up on him a little bit, and
Bye.
it was talking about this giant
Hi guys,
hat,
welcome
is
again
that you
to my
never
son's
see his
TV
face.
playlist. This next
And he
song,
says it's
which is
because
still
if
in
you
the
looked
creative
on his
process.
face,
The
it would
song
make you
title
go
was given
insane.
by the wonderful
Um,
and buzzing.
kind of like, I
This
guess
old
the
stoner.
analogy was like if you looked
This is
onto
his
the face
song.
of God, it would drive
This
you
is Life
insane.
Goes On. Okay, now it's still in the creative process. I still need
I
to
think
work on
that
a
was
lot of
kind of
things
the
here,
analogy
especially
of it
my
all.
my my timing. But I thought, hey, what the hell? You know, I'll give it a go because I
But I
really
was
love to
reading
know
that
your
there was the
feedback.
one
Okay, listen,
comic
Stoner,
where there was
tell me if
this
this is
girl
even
that just
right. Now, let me just
insisted
find
on
the
seeing
title.
his
And I've
face,
kind of gone
and
on my own tangent here.
the way that the
Let me
comic
interpret that
went
for you.
is
Okay, here we
that
go.
when he took off his hat, just everything after that was just blank pages.
Life goes on.
And he did take his hat off in one comic, but he kind of was holding the hat up in front of his face, so you actually couldn't see it.
When it all seems yesterday was but a dream. I'm tired of losing it all, making it right when you do wrong.
I just get a big kick out of drawing this character too. And he was an inspiration for me. I mean, I actually drew some comics in the 70s, and my comics basically were just floating heads. And the name of my comic strip was Neverworld. And the main character's name was Arlo, but that was short for Our Lord. And there was a character called the Know-It-All, which was just this giant mouth. Basically, it was just a giant mouth and two eyes. Yeah, this is the song Surianne wrote for me. You got the right, yep, you got the right red.
You can't see beyond it all.
I wanted to do, that's right, I wanted to put some of this color in here.
Oh, I smile when I look back, stood by when you pushed me, always there to hold your hand. You don't care if you lose me, care if you bruise me. Oh, I have learned to understand. It took time, it took faith, it took more than a game. Never wanted to end this way. I had to let go, I had to say no before you drive me away.
Oh, see another spot. I knew I needed to do some more blue. Thought there was something that I was missing there. So if you guys know about the movie Wizards, oh, Iron, I'm so glad to see you're back. I was worried about you. I hadn't seen you in a while. I left a message over on one of your sites, on one of your community tabs, because I hadn't seen you in a couple of weeks, and I had gotten worried. And I do have some international stamps, but I'm going to draw you something else along with the bell that I want to mail you. And I'm pretty sure as long as you haven't moved, I still have your address from way back when.
Well, there you go. That was Life Goes On. This old stoner. buddy. What do you think? I still need to work on it, especially when I'm doing the
Yeah, it's awesome. She is
rhythm
so
thing,
awesome.
like kind of
She's a
being on time and
teacher,
singing.
and she's in
As you all know,
Gibraltar, and she
one of the most
moved.
famous guitarists
It was
that
awesome
I've been with
today.
is a
It was
challenge,
really
especially
awesome
singing in
today, her
video.
doing her live stream. She's
But hey
moved. So
ho, I put the
before,
lyrics
when
here.
she did live
Let me know
streams,
what you think.
um, her
And yeah,
connection was real bad. But man, the sound was just spot
hi
on
guys,
today.
welcome again to my son's
I was
playlist.
really impressed.
And today's
And
song
she's been
came
doing
created by
performances
It's called
regular on, I
And
can't remember what the name of the platform is, but it's this new platform, and it's like I didn't want to install another. I mean, I watch enough stuff over here, and I do include her stuff on my live stream quite a bit. And like I said, if you look down, this is Surianne. If you look in the description of the video, there is a playlist. And today, the live stream she did today is the very first selection in the playlist, followed by a bunch of her songs that I feature on here regularly. I always loved the way that he draws his characters. And his women too. And that's what I'm saying. The main characters in Wizards are all inspired by this guy and his artwork.
Many times I've wished to let myself fall into the empty sky. But then I think, why?
Yeah, I'm going to draw Beast and send Beast with the bell. I've had a picture of him sitting over here for a while, and I'll probably just draw him without doing it live. Because I've just been having so much fun drawing. 2 more weeks to tell me what to draw. Next week I'm doing a whole bunch of portraits. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing some acrylic painting. I'm going to do an abstract acrylic on a very small, it's a 6-inch by 8-inch canvas that fits right, it fits in this space, so I won't have to change my camera angle or anything. And I don't think this one even needs a background. I'm not even putting a background into this one. Look at that. That didn't take me any time at all. Oh, I'll put a little bit of light. This one doesn't even need any highlights. Oh, I know what it needs. You still need to outline the stars on his hat. I'm going to try and do a Michigander man next week too. I was kind of hanging out in his stream, and he mentioned something like that, so I offered to try and I'm going to do a rant jams for Donna Shaw. I don't need to put too much white on here. I think I just mostly need to put a little bit of white on this. I make it look more like a butterfly. Yeah. Oh yeah, mailing thing, computers away. That sucks. That really sucks. Now I wonder if I should try and draw this other one. I mean, I figured this was like so easy. This particular character was so easy. Should I do a background? I don't think it needs a background.
So
I mean, I did this one.
that was Sweet
Here's
Roses.
this one that I did.
And I'd love to know your thoughts. And please write your comments over here below.
I wonder why this one came out so. Maybe it's because it's a different sort of paper and it soaks it up more. I'm not sure, but I have noticed here lately that the one on just regular paper seems to come out a lot richer for some reason.
In the writing process, the
Maybe
title
I just
is
need,
called
because it just seems to soak up more of the.
And it was given by an online listener during one of my pajama sessions on Facebook on Sundays. She said, here's a title for you. This is what I'm going through. This is Mother's Pain.
I need to not worry about it too much, because when you start overworking it, you just kind of. They both look good though. They look different on screen on the screen than they do right here.
You play the game.
And here's the other one. So I actually drew the other one out too. But like I said, after what they did to me with Vampirella, I didn't really want to take a chance.
Go of what's not good for you and start again.
Wow. Well, they better and not. Let me go ahead and put this down here real quick so I at least have a decent screenshot of it. Oh yeah, the weather has just been looking nasty up in Canada. I know Hadley's, it's just been one day you get snow and the next day it's hot and it all melts away. Well, look at that. I still got enough time left to pull my guitar out and play one of my originals. That was almost to the end. There was only 2 more songs left in that particular playlist. But I really think you guys, it would be awesome if you guys went and subscribed to Surianne. And hopefully she'll come back and listen to her stuff. She's got lots of nice playlists. I'm going to hide that stuff so that you don't see all the extra crap going on in the background. Cheers. I'm drinking some magic coffee. Mookie's magic coffee. It was awesome. He liked what he I don't think he's even on YouTube. He reached out to me through Instagram. I'm really glad I've started putting my stuff up on Instagram. Oh, my little steel bell. My steel bell has I've just been really getting into it. I have another song or a meditation that I'm going to upload Sunday, I think. And then another one. I mean, I just kind of start banging on it until I got like a really cool little combination of sounds and then record it and give it a name. But this is the first song I ever wrote. I call it The Good Old Days. Now, I can't do any cover songs. I'm like the one-note wonder. I can only play songs that I've written. And then I even have a hard time remembering them and playing my own stuff. Whatever happened to those good old days? You hear people talking about them all the time. They say the world is changing and it's going to hell. With that kind of attitude, it surely will. Now is our time to carry on. The world has been changing ever since it began, moving every day. But David slew Goliath, so there's gotta be a way. Toss away your fears and let us look to the dawn, 'cause tomorrow's in sight, yesterday's gone. Now is our time to carry on. I messed up my own song. But that was the last verse, actually. This is where Craig does all of his awesome little leads. I got like an instrumental version where I'm just doing the rhythm and he's just ad-libbing with some lead stuff. Whatever happened to those good old days? You hear people talking about them all the time. They say the world is changing and it's going to hell. With that kind of attitude, it surely will. Now is our time to carry on. Whatever happened to those good old days? The good old days. The good old days. That's my favorite song of mine to play because I can play it without thinking about it. And even if I mess up, it doesn't matter because I had a good time doing it. I got time for another one? I haven't practiced another one, but let me see. Let me. Oh, I do have numbness in these hands, so it's kind of hard for me to. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to hit some of these chords. I haven't practiced this one in a really long time. Look in the sky at the midnight moon. The stars shine bright with a subtle light. The campfire flickers and the shadows dance. And I know the dawn is coming, but I don't know when. The midnight moon is playing games. The time was right, we were looking for each other, and the midnight moon was playing games. There's another verse, but I can't remember it right now. Because the original song, that was the only verse to it. And then my buddy, Craig, liked it so much, he talked me into writing another verse. And the second verse is actually much better than the first, but since I haven't practiced it, I don't want to be stumbling around on the words. And let's see if I can remember this new one that I came up with here because of the virus bullshit that we're living through. Wake me up when it's over. What is happening to the world today? It seems that everybody's insane. Dying and living a nightmare. Wake me up when it's over. What is the truth? What is a lie? I can't believe my own two eyes. Don't drag me down into a pit of despair. Wake me up when it's over. Don't lose hope, don't give in. Keep the faith, together we win. Wake me up when it's over. Here's another verse, but that's all I can do right now. I haven't practiced it, and I don't want to be stumbling around on the words when I can just do that, and it gets the point across. Yeah, I want to try and do it a little bit more. I really wish I had my buddy here to jam with me. That would be awesome. And I've really been getting into this steel belt, this steel drum. Uh, the Faith in the Fallen put out a song just a couple of days ago, and I was just kind of listening to it, and I had the bell in my lap, and I started playing with it. I really seriously want to try and collab with someone where they play their song, and I just try and add a little bit of my steel drum into the background. Oh, so let me finish off the stream here real quick with my little fart tone bell. Because you guys all know what I like to say at the end of my show. Fart jams for life. Fart club forever. Oh yeah, yeah. Have fun with the art. Be good to each other. And let's just all hang in there. Just try and be nice. Okay? That sounds like a plan. Good night. Have a great weekend. And tomorrow I'm doing abstract painting.